about it. It's on.
What did you do?
I took it from you. I.
Pickup truck is it?
But
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the July 15th, 2025 regular session of council. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Ms. Gersh,
Here.
Mrs. Grayora,
Here.
Mrs. Cray, Mr. Moran, Mr. Dunman.
here,
Meeting called to order at 6:01. Please silence your electronic devices and stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Good and welfare. Council, does anyone have any good and welfare? Well, I would like to make a shout out to the service department and the fire department. Service department did an awesome job helping to set up for the event that we held this weekend, the senior dinner. And me personally we had a family emergency and the fire department was spot on, literally saved my husband's life this past week. I will be doing a formal something at the next council meeting, but I mean, there's just no way to say, hey, thanks for saving my husband's life. It was amazing. Everyone was amazing. And Chief, I can't thank your guys enough. Anyone else?
Excuse me.
Can I get a motion to excuse the mayor?
so moved.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? No, thank you. All right, now I would like to have an executive session for the purpose of personnel to discuss appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, pending potential litigation and property acquisition if necessary. Can I get a second?
So moved.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pardon me. Audience, we are going to be in executive session. We will be back as quickly as possible.
Vince, do we need to do a roll call on that?
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay.
All right, my bad.
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Grayora,
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Thank you, Vince. We will be back as quickly as possible.
Couldn't remember.
Yeah, that.
Which, the legislation.
You, talked to your, father, I asked her, how, like, this, well, so. So, like, why do I have stuff, things. What's up? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, excited. I think it was an accident. The only thing I got was. Yeah, so I looked and there was. I think it was like 4 videos, maybe. I use that. Yeah. So it's only, that report, but that she's certain that. Oh, really? Yeah.
Well, I answered,
Didn't send it out.
I wanted to sort of, because I wanted to make sure I got everything in there. Wasn't just a matter of, I wanted to make sure that I could be able to already. So I wanted, I sent in the three.
Here's the. Yeah. I've had people tell me this fast, well, the only time these have them, I'm not, they get this kind of like, it's been a while. I just put. It's like, so. Yeah, show up. Oh, at home, it's coming up a while here. Oh, he doesn't, because we, do. So, it stays at home. So, yeah, she tells me, you go up 60. So I'm home, he's coming in. The lot of times, she doesn't go up 4 minutes. So she walked. I can't have a little bit of you bet it's up when we that oh my husband, I'm like being like go. The other guy just started off with this wild and said, the new guy was a letter for the band. So it's just look at the people that should have done that. Started going to go to when the back was flying, pull out the squad. So the mouse goes to Joe, so okay, go, so it's just like moving around here, since the try to find so it's or so you got to make us food out and goes out of strong words and that very like come on but we're taking 5 see gotta get over it she gets in and she's that is but and she's like this is a fine way for you to get out of doing all the work on that and it's not the rest of it these other stuff we have to but then get out of so it's just happening lower so yeah that is balance every second on that or the dollar and you start to feel better so that you do so that under the finance arrow will start small and that start sitting so now we got some that side of the state small that works so wisdom that really that's not a game for young well like I said it's something he's very somewhere so my favorite one show where Mike's from my last name each time you get stung it's not the piece your body reacting with the immune system instantly nothing all this your system makes your body slow. So that's how the fire chief's daughter died. She got a power. She had a food yet. She was dead in less than 7 weeks. So she slowed so fast and you died. So you gotta figure out wherever you're at. You gotta see what's going on. There's one vehicle. So, glad it wasn't. But wait. Then about from my big rush, people all over the car, and people everywhere to buy. That I haven't had. It's done. Oh, yeah, it would. Well, it's down. It's fine. You know, many of the meeting, but then, so we started the game and then the shot started and be a place. That's the second player. Greater.
Top culture began here, and what are we doing this? Well, I guess we could take her out to the campground with me. Well, shit,
Both exits, you can get out.
hey, son.
No, you didn't see the video, I saw the video. See, they have to push the front door. So the cabinets in front of the front door, and then so it's, Dankovich pushing the door, and she comes out, she's coughing, and she comes out.
Well, my recent favorite was one we went over, she was 48. We went up to the attic to go down to the second floor. We couldn't get the door open, all over from the pulling up the door, come on, put it open. It's high, this high.
The video, she passed, I also, when we saw, walking on the second floor, walking from all these piles to the bedroom. He's headed at the ceiling.
I got a picture of Lindsay, she said she was.
She did not take it.
So. And then I'll definitely this.
Still pretty bad ammonia smell in there?
It's,
Oh, yeah, Gregor, yes. Yeah. They haven't cleaned up anything, there's still feces all over the ground. It's cool. I mean, the bedroom, the colors. I don't know. Twice, almost, the smell is so bad. That time we were there. Lisa, like, you got to go there, well, I went inside door, I'm like, I had to walk one thing, I built the leak before. Hey, guys, Brandon Dexter, how are you? Good, so, you? Nice seeing you again. Good, how are you, sir? Good seeing you again, how are you doing? Doing okay. Doing okay. Good to see you like this.
okay, so what's the story? You can only come to the council meeting and get facial hair?
That's a pretty opposite.
What's
Why
the-
there's not a lot of women here.
I've had fish for over 60 years. Okay, well, when the women start showing up, they'll get that from them.
Oh, I got those, I got that, I got ask cousins that have that. How you doing, Chief?
Doing well.
Good, good. Keep me busy.
Yes.
I don't really keep you busy, cause I see that fire truck and ambulance go by always.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the only one that's not, this is the house.
Good guy.
Yeah, how you doing? Doing okay?
Stay cool.
Our days are terrible on me.
Oh.
You know, it's just- But, other than that, you take care of them.
That's good.
It's, I go to, but
You're in good hands.
See, if there's a bit of a council meeting. That was the question. Yeah, so good. Yeah. Like, oh, we're ready to wait, but.
Yeah, the fine, it's yours. So that's something you can know. Which is statistic, which is. Yes. So. My neighbor.
So you're allowed.
Is that what it is? Hey, I missed the last one. I turned some people away because they didn't have it. So I had a bunch of plans at this event. Like 4 days before the last city council meeting. And I got this out. Did for your like. It's like, yeah.
Many
I
plans.
know, so that's all.
Even then, yeah.
No more scallops, no more clams, shrimp, lobster, crab. Yeah, I'll sure make you happy. Yeah, I got a reaction, yeah, it's rough. It's like you go to sleep with sheets like rubbing on your toe. But, all right, I'm done. So that's not happening? Second, I had one last year, and my uncle was like, "You gotta get this, he's all telling me all about it." So I sat there and watched shellfish. Anyway, so a friend of mine was over a couple weeks ago, it was like 95 degrees. She calls me as soon as she gets home, she's like, yeah, just by the fire station, house, yeah. It's 95 degrees in there, jumping rope. I was like, that's impressive.
It's fun, like, my family who called 3 years ago and said, I think Newburgh's had fun. It's the weird house over at Slavic Village. We're looking out Isaac's window and it looks like Newburgh out there.
You guys assist in that? No. No. But what? What about, hey, if you had a fire for that? Part of Richmond's going down, Independence going to the right side. Oh, if you got a fire. No, but it's called by, right? What was the cause of that, they know? That's so, the reason was so black is because they were storing looking to the fire. Oh. That really, once fire got going and stuff. So I was pulling my garbage cans in Sunday. City flying by the dog park, like, city this road. I got drove by CBS, or on the way home to CBS by the ground floor. I did shoot, I thought it was 35 or I don't know. Next to it, like exactly 35. What's that? Next to this. Oh, yeah, I want to contribute to the phone, you know. We do those, ticket both ways or just one way? So I'm just coming this, you know. Where at? Are we allowed to say? I was with work. One by the dog park. Okay. It's both ways now. Figure you could cell phone, one of the two cameras came in, so the other one, didn't start catching on. Oh, Lord. It's gotta be shown. It's dead, so. I'm actually gonna run right now, so I don't want to see it, those numbers previously were. Above that, why I had expected. Has this one picked up more? No, it's fine, it's down since they brought it in. Oh, really? But, remember somehow I know. Yes, son's gonna ask me. Later. I mean, my cousin's visiting Florida. And like one of the first things to say is. What the? Let's go. We like come out and let us leave, so it's just, yeah. I was like, I'll shoot for that, actually. Nice person, so, it's hard. The great time is last night. We maybe just sit there on house. I made it jump through the hoops. Speaking of which, see my neighbor Diana. Right. Did she?
Well, very court tomorrow, because they, I. So then I run into the guy the next day.
Very stand up. I did need to go in there, like, I tried to tell her, like, so this, like, when you walk with someone, it's starting to propose. They're definitely. That was sort of cloud, like there was an old thing or something. Like, oh, that's the house. She's got in the dining room, some all the water damage up there, so she's got steel rocks and things that I would immediately tear out and store, you know. The originals. But she's like, but I'm gonna keep the hardwoods in my house. Does it upstairs, and saying, I don't think more up there, which obviously makes. Well, it's just, that's exactly bother you, as a aesthetic, you know. So we're gonna, instead of having the old there, extending, we're gonna have a sander, just do this, what else, antique grade. Wants to get rid of this. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my dad's old furniture. Well, so you can. Oh, we didn't use that. Yeah. How do you light fire? I mean, I made her an offer. I will walk. I got it. Club. So also stuff are from. Two lines. The one next to me, the one that. You know what, it's still, she lives out in Eden. Used to put out, I've seen it for a long time. Window, I don't. So it's not free for. It's already loud. So the maybe that's the one. And yes, and she makes her own yard. Makes. What I related to is just my grandparents, my dad's dad was a 40s, some traveled to Venezuela, South America a lot. So he was like an Indiana Jones figure. I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't know what Indiana Jones was then, but I'm saying, you know, I was sure I was probably souvenirs and things and bring like alpaca blankets stuff with, you know, the alpaca figure of the alpaca sewn into the thing. I was like, these bring something like that. So. I know the basement for Dicey tool, like, it's got the damage feel. So I know, I believe the roof and the shoes, like, it has that. It should, because it's painted. Since I since 3 years. Get it, so. Can't let's go. Pass on the key. So that's talking to her, you know, West House. And I jumped her leaves, that's when she got that ticket. I took the leaves, because I was like, I don't want to talk bacon, you know, and, but, I don't know, she's a very odd person. I was like, you know, there's opportunity cost, and you want to friends, like they have it. You know, I mean, my point is like, how much are you gonna, whatever you put in right at this point, it's probably not gonna burn up my R that. You know, like, I'm not gonna spend. Yeah. I asked her, I go, do this dinner, so. You know, you're not gonna, that's. So she could get away with that too? Yeah. Okay, okay. If I wanted, I would be back in fire. But I had, and I guess that house was still, you guys buy it out too. He had done it. Right, I'm seeing there were a whole. You know, the surrounding things, you know, just for. Either for some reason, just blow all that shit out, maybe it was clean. I mean, you know, that wire, go like this on the wire. Right now, so, yeah. Got it cost a couple, 4,000, or a house, I don't know.
But they went in the bedroom, one underground about, I think, so, that if they were going to the house. But it would be. That might was a, that, so.
Really, I am interested in the house now. It's got the back. I love that. I shouldn't be so obsessed with that, but. It's like that in the city, pretty much. They scared that little area.
And funny because the guy that I put on sales, he worked and he was saying, he's not used to sell his house. There's some bushes. Thank you. This is good. I have. Live it up.
That's. That is public, that's gonna be, see your holiday, that can't be.
So we are not. You need to have it do that.
Right. Especially here, older, like, I'm just saying, you know, your cars in the garage, you know, you don't have to like shovel the whole drive. Go up. Yeah, that's. I guess. Where were you at in Minnesota? Oh, okay. I thought it was a sham acid. So the purple palace, 3 miles from that. Oh. Oh, they rent it out of them?
My daughter, they.
Okay.
She was. Support the house,
Oh, okay. Right, right. Yeah, I'm saying you said it.
Something that's. It's like a lot. And it all got listed the day, we showed interest in it with, by Homer. You should look at it, they went to, actually, that's not about.
And. I mean. That's. How hard it's, I mean, I have, school, and so I can get my real estate, that's what I'm about. But I'm really just want to. Want to start another career. Yeah, I just. I just think, I think it'll almost be a little bit. Boy, because it's like, you're really overpaying, but. I'm putting it out of service, someone else is gonna show it. My sales lady said, I think take 2 lists and just put one. So, you know, what color is this?
Trying.
Hello.
Hi.
I painted them last night.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Do you say this or do I?
You do.
You're fine. I mean, good.
All right, well.
Oh, did you get me?
Oh, it's
Sit down, let's go. This is why we, this is. Okay.
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Greora,
Yes.
Mrs. Cray. Mr. Moran,
Mr. Moran.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Council has before them the minutes from the July 3rd, 2005 regular session of council, June 3rd, regular session of council, June 24th, special session of council,
Regular special.
and June 24th, public hearing. Any discussion on those? Can I get a motion to approve those minutes? Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray. Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Council has before them ordinance number 2025-23. Clerk, can you please read the ordinance?
An ordinance authorizing the village to accept an Ohio Department of Public Safety EMS 2025-2026 training and equipment grant in the amount of $2,707.74 and declaring an emergency.
Any discussion?
I have a question. Is there a match?
No match.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Moran?
Mayor, I move that ordinance number 2025-23 be adopted, rules suspended, and ordinance number 2025-23 be put on final reading for immediate passage.
Second.
Clerk, will you please call the roll for suspension of rules?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora,
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mr. Dunman,
Yes.
Can you please call the roll to adopt?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora,
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-23 has been adopted. Council has before them ordinance number 2025-24. Clerk, can you please read the ordinance?
An ordinance certifying to the Cuyahoga County Fiscal Officer for inclusion on the Cuyahoga County tax list and duplicates, assessments on the real property, permanent parcel numbers and amounts in connection with certain delinquent abatement and or assessment fees charged thereto and owed to the village, and declaring an emergency.
Any discussion? Mr. Moran?
Mayor, I move that ordinance number 2025-24 be adopted, rules suspended, and ordinance number 2025-24 be placed on its final reading for immediate passage.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, can you please call the roll for suspension of rules?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora,
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman,
Yes.
Clerk, can you please call the roll to adopt?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Ordinance number 2025-24 is adopted. Council has before them ordinance number 2025-25. Clerk, can you please read the ordinance?
An ordinance amending codified ordinance section 1329.99 entitled penalty for the purpose of enacting a criminal penalty for violation of the village's point of sale ordinance and declaring an emergency.
I have a question. Ms. Schickler, can you tell me a little bit about how this impacts what we currently have?
Basically, the ordinance was changed, and Mr. Roof, if you can, correct me if I'm wrong, but, there was a caveat in the ordinance which did not allow us to prosecute for point of sales that did not happen. They were, considered a lesser offense.
Okay. All right, thank you. Mr. Moran?
Mayor, I move that ordinance number 2025-25 be adopted, rules suspended, and ordinance number 20-25 be placed on first and final reading for immediate passage.
Is that-
Second.
Clerk, can you please call the roll for suspension of rules?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Can you please call the roll to adopt?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-25 has been adopted. Council has before them ordinance number 2025-26. Clerk, can you please read the ordinance?
An ordinance consolidating the pay, remuneration, and benefits provisions for all service department personnel and amending or repealing as applicable all ordinances or provisions therein that are inconsistent with the pay, remuneration, and benefit schedules adopted hereby and declaring an emergency.
Any questions? Mr. Moran?
Mayor, I move that ordinance number 2025-26 be adopted, rules suspended, and ordinance number 2025-26 be placed on its final reading for immediate passage.
Second.
Ms. Nagorski, can you please call the roll for suspension of rules?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Can you please call the roll to adopt?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Ordinance number
Amendment.
2025-26 has been adopted. Council has before them resolution number 25-22. Clerk, can you please read the resolution?
A resolution to adopt the solid waste management plan for the Cuyahoga County Solid Waste Management District in the village of Newburgh Heights and declaring an emergency.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Moran?
Mayor, I move that resolution 25-22 be adopted, rules suspended, and order resolution 25-22 be placed on its final reading for immediate passage.
Clerk, can you please call the roll for suspension of rules?
I need a second.
Oh, that would help. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
Roll call on suspension, Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora,
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Can you please call the roll to adopt?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora,
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Resolution 25-22 is adopted. Council has before them, payroll resolutions 4662. Oh, did I miss one?
Yes.
Very bottom of the page.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was stuck. I apologize, folks. Council has before them 25-23. Clerk, can you please read the resolution?
A resolution authorizing the mayor to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and or local transportation improvement programs and to execute contracts as required and declaring an emergency.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Sickles?
The grant will be for whatever we ask for. And I know that sounds weird, but we have to pull all the numbers together. The grant just became available last Friday. And I got lucky because I could get it on this meeting and you didn't have to have a special meeting like you usually do to pass this.
We thank you for that.
This will be for McGregor and East 44th Street. We've already submitted to the sewer district, and that'll be 75% through the sewer district, and about 25% will be through this project. Now, I say that with the full understanding that sometimes there's certain cutoffs that you get extra points in the application. So sometimes I take it to, 24% instead of 25% because I get a couple extra points, so we have a better chance of getting the money. So that's why I can't tell you an exact amount today, but next meeting, if you ask, I can give you a really good feel of what it is. Usually it's around $500,000.
Mr. Moran?
Mayor, I move that resolution 25-23 be adopted, rules suspended, and resolution 25-23 be placed on the final reading for immediate passage.
Is there a-
Second.
Clerk, can you please call the roll for suspension of rules?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Clerk, can you please call the roll to adopt?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Greora,
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Resolution 25-23 is adopted. Council has before them payroll resolutions 4662, 4663, 4664, and 4665. Clerk, can you please read the resolutions?
There's also
Six,
4666.
What did I say?
6-5.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't want me to read that last one.
No, it's like the devil.
May 2025 disbursements, a resolution authorizing and directing a payment of certain bills. Be it resolved by the council of the village of Newburgh Heights of Ohio that the following bills be paid and the same are hereby approved and the fiscal officer and mayor are hereby respectfully authorized to draw the warrants and checks for payment of said bills as set forth on the following pages and the total amount of $826,275.34 and declaring an emergency. Payroll resolution 4663, a resolution authorizing and directing the payment of certain bills. Be it resolved by the council of the village of Newburgh Heights of Ohio that the following bills be paid and the same are hereby approved. And the fiscal officer and mayor are hereby respectfully authorized to draw their warrants and checks for payment of said bills as set forth on the following pages. In the total amount of $117,705.66 and declaring an emergency. Payroll resolution 4664, a resolution authorizing and directing the payment of certain bills. Be it resolved by the council of the village of Newburgh Heights of Ohio that the following bills be paid and the same are hereby approved. and the fiscal officer and mayor are hereby respectfully authorized to draw their warrants and checks for payment of said bills as set forth on the following pages on the total amount of $112,828.92 and declaring an emergency. When I started here in June of 2016, payroll was $45,000,
Oh, wow.
and now it's $112,000.
I remember. Wow.
That's the growth of the village. Payroll resolution 4665, a resolution authorizing and directing the payment of certain bills. Be it resolved by the council of the village of Newburgh Heights of Ohio that the following bills be paid and the same are hereby approved, and the fiscal officer and mayor are hereby respectfully authorized to draw their warrants and checks for payment of said bills as set forth on the following pages and the total amount of $107,012.58 and declaring an emergency. Last one, June 2025 disbursements, a resolution authorizing and directing the payment of certain bills. Be it resolved by the council of the village of Newburgh Heights of Ohio that the following bills be paid and the same are hereby approved, and the fiscal officer and mayor are hereby respectfully authorized to draw their warrants and checks for payment of said bills as set forth on the following pages in the total amount of $701,913.15 and declaring an emergency.
Like a glass of water.
Mr. Moran.
Mayor, I move that payroll resolutions 4662, 4663, 4664, 4665, 4666 be adopted and payroll resolutions be adopted and suspended, and payrolls 4662, 4663, 4664, 4665, and 4666 be placed on its final reading for immediate passage. Now I need a glass of water.
Second,
Clerk, can you please call the roll for suspension of rules?
Ms. Gersh,
yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Can you please call the roll to adopt?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Greora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Payroll resolutions 4662, 4663, 4664, 4665, and 4666 have been adopted.
I only did that many because in September, we're gonna have that many again.
Yeah.
I'd rather do 5 and 5 than 2 and 7.
Okay, Councilwoman Gersh, you have the floor.
I just wanna thank, Councilwoman Greer for the lovely senior dinner.
You are very welcome.
Looks like everybody had a good time. She did a nice job, so. Just want to say, thanks for taking that off my list.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for the compliment. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go next. I'm doing a dual role. I wanted to thank everyone who helped, and there's too many people to mention, but I will mention the service department, the police department, the fire department, everybody on council. People's families came in to help. The Moran clan was there. I cannot thank everyone and do it correctly, but it was a very nice event, and I really appreciate everybody pitching in and helping. It was wonderful. The firemen served as they do every year. Everybody cleaned up. It was just fabulous. I had a comment from an individual, a couple meetings back about a crosswalk. I hope they're watching at home. I spoke to the mayor about possibly getting a crosswalk in or near the dog park. He said it's not in this year's budget. It is something that could be discussed for 2026, and he said he would be happy to discuss it, but it is rather involved. He's not promising anything, but he's promising to take a look at it. I have nothing else. Ms. Gersh, I'm sorry, Ms. Cray.
Yeah, talk about the bus trip. I want to let people know, since we now had our senior dinner, we have a bus trip coming up, and it's do you have that flyer? I don't misspeak. The bus trip is, the senior bus trip is August 4th. We're gonna meet at the Village Hall at 10 a.m., return at 3 p.m., going to the MGM Northfield Park. And it's, as we know, there's like 2,300 gaming devices, very dining options. The village will pay for a luncheon. I've been just told it's a buffet, plus we pay for residents' bus fare. Non-residents may attend if space is available, and they will be paying $20 plus their own lunch. I have it down here. We need, reservations are limited. The bus will only hold the first 32 people. Though it is, from what we understand, it's handicap accessible for those who have walking issues like me. If you're interested, please call the community message mail line 216-641-2123. That's a 24-hour voicemail. Again, it's 216-641-2123. Leave a message that says bus trip, your name, your phone number. It's very important. Your address, the number of attendees. And our deadline is July 28th in order to make sure we have the bus reserved. And again, this is this is for our seniors over 55. Any questions, you can ask one of us. But this is a new venture for us. So we're hoping everybody takes advantage of it. And I think that's all I have right now.
Thank you, Mrs. Craig. Mr. Moran.
Just to piggyback on what Councilman Gray was saying, we are going to try to have a second bus trip. It's not guaranteed yet, but if you don't make it the first one, try to make it the second one. Again, it's not guaranteed yet, but we're looking into a second trip. And again, I want to thank everybody, same as everybody's been saying, dinner went out really good. It was funny, you said the Moran clan. I had 3 generations that worked for this village. Myself, my son, and my daughter, and now my granddaughter was here Friday helping out. So it's kind of funny. She was, well, really wasn't helping, but she was just having a blast. So it's like 3 generations of us all being here working for the village. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Mr. Dunman.
So I'm calling a Recton Seniors meeting, Wednesday, July 30th at 5 p.m. to wrap up any of the senior dinner issues that we might have to do, clear that, and finalize anything that we need to do for the senior budget.
You said 5:30, Bill?
5?
5?
Anything else?
No.
All right, thank you, council. The mayor has on the agenda a June 2025 budget snapshot. I'm going to turn that over to our clerk treasurer because she's a little bit better at that than I am.
I don't actually recall how he reviews this. But you can see at the end of June, which is a nice indicator, hopefully, for mid-year. We're only at 29% of revenue, but we are also only at 37% of expenses. So revenue's a little slower coming in than we had expected, that we had hoped, especially. But luckily the expenses going out are also compressed. So obviously not something we're excited about, but we're keeping an eye on it and we're doing our best, and we'll keep things moving.
Thank you very much. And we segue right into your portion of the meeting, fund cash, etc.
All right, thank you. We'll just read the June fund cash report because it's more recent. Receipts in the general fund in June 2025 were $581,162.23. General fund disbursements in June 2025 were $547,471.40. And the unexpended balance in the general fund in June 2025 was minus $587,887.92. All funds receipts in June 2025 were $625,025.33. All funds disbursements in June 2025 were $701,913.15. And the unexpended balance in the general fund in in all funds in June 2025 was $408,119.37. Questions from council on that report? Nope. Or the mayor report?
Nope.
Okay, the June 2025 read a report I have buried here somewhere. Good news, we received $106,166.59 in June of 2025, which was an increase of $24,925.46, or 30.68% over June of 2024. Question, comments from council on that one? The audit manager from the state of Ohio has started requesting her documents for the regularly scheduled audit of 2023 and 2024. So I'm very busy collecting those and uploading them to her portal so she can review. And anything I need from you people will probably be, I'll be in touch.
All right.
Any other questions for me?
Nope.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Clerk, Chief Majoy?
Thank you, Ms. Guerra. A couple things to share with council. First, on a personal level, just want to thank members of council and those present. As you know, my dad passed on June 1st. It's a really hard time losing a parent. But a key takeaway was the good that came out. I got more calls and messages on my work phone than I did my personal phone. And I do have friends, I think. And I just wanted to share my thanks on behalf of myself, my family. It meant a lot. You guys came to the visitation, which meant the world to me, and as did some council people and department heads and stuff. And I just want to say thank you. It really meant a lot to me and my family. Getting over to work-related items, on June 25th, we did a joint enforcement effort with the Ohio State Highway Patrol and Department of Transportation for a commercial vehicle enforcement blitz. It was a Wednesday. We had 14 traffic stops, a dozen inspections, 26 violations. 3 vehicles, commercial vehicles, were taken out of service, and 1 driver was taken out of service. And that was in about 4 or 5 hours. The reason we did this is because the heavy core volume of commercial traffic that we have coming through here, and our officers just don't have the education, and we don't have scales or anything like that. They did have 1 truck that was about 40,000 overweight. And these impact the roads out here. So it was a very successful day. We're going to do it again. The one guy is a DOT inspector. It's a civilian, and I invited him to come back and work part-time for us. We'll create a position for him because there's a lot of violations, but at the end of the day, it's about safety. And so it was a very successful operation. The speed camera photo enforcement update, or let me go back. There's the digital speed limit sign that was on Washington Park Boulevard is being moved over to McGregor. The service department just really tied up on mowing grass and spreading mulch and putting Fort Michelle up over on 53rd or 54th rather. So but they will get to it, but the sign is still on Pierce. We added 2 photo enforcement cameras on Washington Park Boulevard by the dog park. Since last week, the northbound cameras had 34 violations. It's not even 7 days old that it's been there. And then so far this month with the southbound camera, it has 267 violations. That's a lot. And when you're talking about a crosswalk there, it's not so much the volume of traffic, it's the behavior of the traffic. And I'm saddened to see that number, but it shows there's a problem there. I hope it changes behavior. If not, it will be very expensive for some folks.
Chief, I have a question. What is a violation? Over what?
10 over.
Thank you.
And it's a 25 residential, so that's more than reasonable in my opinion. But if you remember the sign that was out there, we were getting cars in the high 40s, low 50s on a fairly frequent basis. And, you know, children in the area, just other pedestrians, bicyclists, you name it, it's a problem. And so this is our response to it, and hopefully it changes behavior. Want to pass on an update with Ring Central. Last month, council approved contractual move with our IT. The new phones are in. We're looking to go live somewhere around late August. So hopefully by the next council meeting. When we do go live, I will send something out to everybody so they're aware of it. There will be training that we'll have. It's very simple, but what'll be nice is that Ms. Craig read off, call this number and leave a message. Well, you'll be able to access that message right from your phone, your smartphone, and you can receive text messages to that number. And so there's a lot of just nice features. Also, it'll take the message that someone leaves and transcribe that and then email it to you. So it's going to enhance our efficiency tenfold compared to what we have now. So very excited about that. I have two more items to discuss. I don't want to say they're controversial, but I'm going to bring them up. I spoke with Chief Higgs. He and I have the largest departments of personnel. And we're both on the same page. We believe that the maternity leave policy needs to be rescinded. To date, it's cost the village over $500,000 in what we've paid folks for maternity leave. It's impacting service delivery. It's impacting scheduling. I know that it makes some people happy in Washington DC, and look what they're doing, but they're not the ones that are paying taxes here and expecting a certain amount of service from their safety forces. And there's been times where we're running on 2 officers instead of 3. I'm sure Chief Higgs can piggyback off of me in just a second, how it's impacted his department. And it's not anything personal against any member, male or female, who wishes to start a family. I think it's wonderful. The problem is that we can't sustain it any longer. And as a department head, I'm asking you guys to reconsider this policy, to rescind it. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on offering a replacement because I wasn't sure what your guys' position is. If it's something that is favorable to you, I'm happy to meet with the fire chief and Mr. Rufa and Kathleen and come up with like a viable recommendation that still provides a fair amount of leave, but to give an employee 1,040 hours of paid leave over 12 months is adversely impacting our ability to deploy personnel. Several years ago under the former administration, I attempted to the same thing. It fell on deaf ears. Never made it to you folks is what I'm saying. But secondly, we had one of our police officers who was on maternity leave, and mathematically speaking, it was cheaper to buy him out than it was to continue to pay the overtime. So this council here approved a lump sum payment to that officer to buy out his remaining time. And it's an example of how it's a generous thing, and I think it's great, but it's just not a sustainable program. So I would ask council's consideration. Chief, I don't know if you want to piggyback off anything that I just said.
Yeah, we had the same issue once we went full time. We've had one employee use it, and it's because you can use it for a whole year from the date of birth of their baby. It makes it hard for staffing. The one firefighter used it. He would leave at 10 p.m. and so he could be at home so that when his wife went to work, but that hurt our scheduling. I have to bring someone in because he's allowed the time off to come in and cover to maintain the 2 firefighters in the station. So again, scheduling, as the chief said, we can sit down and go over it. But for the fire department, it's even more time because they work 2,666 hours. The ordinance is written that they are entitled to 6 months off. It turned into 1,330 some hours that he was entitled to for their paternity leave. And again, using it for a whole year whenever they wanted to schedule it. And again, they had to give schedule 30 days in advance, but it still affects scheduling. Someone's got to cover the spot that that person's going to be off. So, and since we just hired 4 new firefighters that are, I'm concerned, obviously, of this impacting the department if they would implement or come up with saying, hey, my wife has become pregnant, I'm going to have, be using this policy. So again, I just want to make sure I'm on the same page. We met because I'm concerned what the cost implication will be for the budget.
Thank you, Chief.
Anybody have any questions, or does council have a direction that they want to give to us at this point, or do I go?
Something to talk about.
Well, I'm not asking for passage tonight. What I'm asking is, would you like the department heads to put together our recommendation
Yes.
to present to you at the next available council meeting?
I
Or-
think this would be better suited to go to standards and policies at that level, make a presentation. We're typically all there when we do those meetings. We tend to have a committee of the whole. Everybody's there. Only the voting members of the committee obviously can vote, but I think that would probably be a good place to start.
Is it, in your opinion, a viable option to have that prior to the September regular meeting of council so it can be voted on in September?
Mr. Moran,
We're gonna always have a committee of the whole, like we said, before that.
doable.
Okay, so what I will do is I will get with Chief Higgs and Mr. Rufo and Kathleen, and we'll put together a package to send to you guys and seek a meeting for that, and in hopes to have it before a regular council meeting in September, if that's viable.
Thank
I
you.
would offer that we're going to have a meeting, seniors and rec meeting on the 30th. I know it's quick, but if you guys have any kind of framework available for August or July 30th.
We can do that.
That would be a good way to start a conversation if we had a committee of the whole or standards meeting.
Faster the better.
I agree.
We'll be there anyway. That's fine.
That's fine. Chief and I will get together and we'll discuss it. We'll have something due by the 30th, if that's good. The next item that I have, the last item is, I would like, this council to lend strong consideration to removal of the bike lane on Harvard Avenue. For a number of reasons, the first one rests with safety. The ballards or stanchions, if you will, in front of the fire station were taken out, not intentionally, but Cleveland Water cannot make the turn westbound on Harvard from 42nd when they're driving a tandem dump truck and pulling a loader. And so what happens often is westbound vehicles passing 42nd coming west think that the bike lane ends, and so they go into the right lane. And then the people who know that it's a bike lane stay in the left lane, and then sometimes you have cars running parallel to one another. And, sometimes I spoke to Mr. Rufo about this today, when you're turning right into the Village Hall parking lot, you got to kind of watch your mirrors to make sure you don't get T-bone on the side from someone who wasn't paying attention to that. I talked to the service department, the impact on snow removal has been quite cumbersome. The aesthetics of it, there's a lot of debris around these ballards. It doesn't look appealing at all.
It's confusing.
It's confusing. This is not official. This is not a Gallup poll, but a recent social media poll on the Berg had 96% that were not in favor of it. But getting back to safety, and again, I'll defer to the fire chief as far as his protocol. What I can tell you is that responding to emergencies during heavy traffic backups has been a challenge for our officers, where we've had to go different routes to get from here to 77 or in the east side of 77 because of that. Knock on wood, we've not had any crashes. We've had a lot of near misses, but I don't want to wait until there are something like that does happen. And again, it's hard to enforce this in terms of writing a traffic citation because the road paintings, and I'm going to defer to Mr. Sickles here in a second. The paint that was put down there was only temporary paint. And when I say temporary, I mean, it's about gone. So like right out here, right outside this window right here, that was like all like nice and pretty. It's damn near gone. And the same thing at 42nd and Harvard. I commend the effort to do what the intention was. I just don't feel as though that the success was there. I don't think it's hardly used enough to warrant to keep. And I would just ask this council in strong consideration to removing it. In conversation with Mr. Sickles, there's really two ways that we can go about removing it. One is through him, and I'll let him speak to that. It would be a little more expensive. The other is for us to work on it internally. I spoke to Jerry at the service department, and he said that their folks, they can remove the ballards of the stanchions out of the roadway with the assistance of a police officer. So they don't get hit. I recommended we do it like on a Saturday or Sunday morning when traffic is lighter. The only thing that the village would be responsible for is the repainting, but the county reimburses the village, so it would really be the labor of the repainting that we would encumber versus going a different route. And again, I'm gonna let Jim, he can speak a little more intelligently than I can. But I would like to see council lend attention to this. I realize that this is not something that you're going to pass tonight. It was put in October last year. I think we've gotten a really good look at it, only to know that it's something that's not sustainable. Chief, you want to piggyback up on anything I said?
Chief, give me 1 second. Ms. Gersh, that would be, my guess would be Public Works. Would you be up for that for the same meeting? Okay, perfect. All right, thank you. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, so I'm on the same page with the chief, especially if you haven't been in front of the station between 2:30 and 3:30 with county trucks and the water department coming back into their facilities. And then the second shift going back out, traffic is always backed up. In fact, recently, one of the guys told me when they pulled out for a squad call, they looked down Harvard and knew they couldn't go that way. So they, because it was backed up westbound and backed up going eastbound, right past 42nd. Because the water department security gate, they're activating the light because they're coming out over there. So we had to go over to the other side of the village. So we went down and a car was coming down the bike lane. He caught it right at the last second as he was turning left off of 40 onto 42nd because the traffic was backed up. They had snuck in by the water department in front of Mr. Ann Dexter's house and coming down the bike lane with a car. So that was again, we've had some near misses. I've seen some near misses. I saw one today when we were training today, same thing. So especially from the fire station to Washington Park, they are shooting that curb lane all the time. When the traffic's backed up, someone thinks, okay, I'm gonna make a right at Washington Park. So I'm gonna shoot the bike lane and take it. So if you, I'm sure the chief could show you video from the traffic camera that's sitting out there, right? I don't know if it's still there or not, but again, that's the traffic time that is really busy. And then also at 7 o'clock, same thing. People coming into work to go to the water department, into the county building, and then coming out. So about 6:45 to about 7:15, 7:20, the traffic is backed up for us for getting out of the station for response. There's times where we come out and there's a line of traffic right in front of the station. They got nowhere to go. So we just cut down the bike lane to get out. So that would be my recommendation if we can do it.
Mr. Sickles, what have you to share?
I'll just say our goal was to slow up traffic and try to get truck traffic to go a different way. I don't know if we achieved that or not. My understanding is it has definitely slowed up traffic, but I don't know from a number of citations from October to today, how that looks. And I know we've had a lot happen between then and now, so we probably don't have great data because we've, swapped companies and other things. So I don't have a perfect answer for that. I can tell you traffic counts were completed maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So internally now we will put that data together. I don't know when I'll have answers on that, but that's coming also. As far,
Be helpful in making a decision.
yes. As far as restriping, yes, we have a maintenance program with the county that will pay for the cost of materials only on the county roads. And Harvard is a county road. So as Chief mentioned, we can get reimbursed for the paint costs. I will say, unfortunately, for striping, the paint cost is about 20% of the actual cost of striping, though. It's very minimal. Most of it is labor. So in this case, it sounds good, but it's gonna be a minimal amount we will actually get back. I think when we did this the last time, last year, we were able to get like 25,000 back or so of the 100 and whatever thousand it cost altogether to do it. Yeah, I mean, we'll do whatever the council, whatever the village wants to do out there. So.
Mr. Sickles, I had heard that part of the reasoning for doing this was traffic calming. Is that accurate?
Yes, yeah.
And that monies that we apply for grants for Harvard, take that into consideration as well. Is that accurate?
It can for whenever we're ready to, if we're ever ready to completely redo Harvard and move the curb and all that. Yes, that is something that we can include in an application. For just striping, no.
Okay.
And just for resurfacing, no. It's for those bigger projects.
Thank you.
Jim, we take these ballards down. The striping, I mean, it's gonna be a coordinated efforts to have everything done at one time, because if we don't, that's gonna be a zoo out there.
Well, that's kind of how they did it before. They came in at night and took off the old markings and then came in the next night or so and put new markings down.
I don't see it, no.
Any further discussion on this?
I also want to just mention, and Chief mentioned it, if we help out with that, of course, then there's the cost of us doing that work. I don't know that this would cost more than 75,000, which is about, I think the new state amount that you can go out to bids on your own is, it's a little higher than that now. I think it's 77,500 or so. It may even be a touch higher, but it's around there. So as long as the prices come in under that, then it can get done just through your service department.
Thank you. All right. But are we done? Chief Higgs?
Council, you have my, biannual report for the fire department. And, if you have any questions, answer them.
Any questions for the chief? Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Ms. Schickler?
I just wanted to let council know that I have a couple of job interviews later this week that appear to be pretty promising. So I was hoping that we would need to schedule a special council meeting at some point. And I'm looking at the 30th as possibility. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sickles?
I'm back. The 20s are very, very close to wrapping up completely. We are doing what's called punch list items, which means little things that maybe were missed and needs cleaned up, as well as finalizing all the restoration work, meaning grass and topsoil and things like that. With as much rain as we've gotten this year, hopefully the grass takes off over there and everybody's happy with it. For any residents that happen to be watching that are in the 20s, I'll just remind them to water the grass after it's put down. If they want a nice full lawn, it doesn't always just grow magically if there's no rain. So thank you. East 26th has begun. Very little's been done, but it has started over there. The CDBG grant was submitted for East 52nd resurfacing. That was due today. It was actually turned in last week. The CDSG I had heard from the county that they are postponing when those are due, as county councils decide they want to make slight changes to the application. And so they're working through that. So once I hear when the application is available and due, we'll get that turned in. And as we already discussed, for OPWC, we will be submitting for McGregor. The sewer separation, that's not due, that's due September 11th. And that's all I have for an update.
When ODOT closes the avenue, like, is there an alternate plan to know of for the sewer district construction vehicles?
No,
Okay,
I would imagine Pershing, no?
say again?
I would imagine Pershing.
I don't know. I can imagine, wow.
Anyone else? All right, purchases and approval. Can I get an approval for the May 2025 fund cash report?
So moved.
Second,
Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Grayora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray.
yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Can I get an approval for the June 2025 fund cash report?
So moved.
Second,
Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Grayora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray.
yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
I'd like to, an approval for the promotion of Officer Dan Colcan to the position of Sergeant with an appointment date of August 3rd, 2025.
So moved.
Second,
Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Grayora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray.
yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Motion approved. I'd like an approval for the promotion of Officer Tyler Dankovich to position of Police Sergeant with an appointment date of August 17th, 2025.
So moved.
Second,
Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Grayora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray.
yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
I'd like to get an approval of the appointment of Dennis Pongrantz Jr. to part-time patrol officer for the Village Police Department, Newburgh Heights PD.
So moved.
Second,
Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Ms. Gersh.
I have a question first. It says part-time patrol officer, is it a camera officer or someone officer?
Whenever we hire officers exclusively for photo, they have to be appointed as a part-time officer. And then they will be specifically assigned to that. And then I request a specific assignment from the mayor and I counsel, or I copy Mr. Rufa and Ms. Nagorski on that. So they get paid at the camera officer rate. They get paid a regular pay during their training period.
Okay, yes.
Mrs. Grayora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray.
yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Mr. Pongrantz has been appointed. I'd like to get an approval for the appointment of Timothy Bissler to Service Director, Street Commissioner, and granting 80 hours.
That's out,
I'm sorry.
period.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Thank you. The approval appointment to Timothy Bissler to Service Director and Street Commissioner.
So moved.
Second,
Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Ms. Gersh.
Yes.
Mrs. Grayora.
Yes.
Mrs. Cray.
yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Mr. Bissler is appointed. I'd like to now open for public comment. Comments may be directed at the mayor or council members only, must pertain to any, may pertain to any village topic, and will be limited to 5 minutes. Anyone? Come on up, please state your name and your address.
More 3674 network.
Do you want the microphone? Why not? We got one. Let's do it. Jeff Moore.
My question was to the chief, regarding the, light lane want removed, are you including the thing right up here?
Everything. All of it. Include,
Consider, my cousin's in town visited me last summer, and now he just be out, he's like, this traffic is so horrendous here, what did they do, but anyway. And really, that's all I had, so that was my question, was about turning, so.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stand up, so.
Can everyone hear Mr. Andexler?
Can everybody hear me?
There we go.
There
Thank
you-
you, sir.
Here we go. I'm used to talking louder. I'm gonna back to.
Yeah, pretend you're in the factory.
I think we have a director of streets and service department. Timothy
Bischler?
Fischler, is he coming to her?
He is not.
And one thing I wanna, I'm sorry he's not here because our service people don't wear their safety equipment. They don't wear their protections, they don't wear their masks, they don't wear their helmets. I have to counsel them a couple of times to be able to press it, make she gets up. And, falls on that area.
Alright.
They know about this stuff, because over there, we used to have safety equipment, people that wear, and then the people who got hurt sued the company. Then it was a battle. There's no reason for them not, if you didn't survive, I could see that. Okay, I can understand that. If the money come out of their pocket, you do survive, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we do. And I will make certain to bring this to the mayor's attention. He will be calling me after the meeting. I will be certain that this is brought to his attention.
Thank you.
Thank you. The bike lane?
Yeah. I live right there on Harvard Avenue. And all the time it's been there, I found on this thing, if they use two hands, how many people have used it? Okay? Nobody uses it. Okay? I've seen their accident. I think it's a bad idea. Those big trucks. Okay? It just everything even more than more people. So, like to see somebody take some action and see about getting rid of that. Fight that. You know, they could run them down to the boulevard and all, that's the new agency. There's nothing you can do right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second,
Mrs. Nagorsky, can you please call the roll to adjourn?
Ms. Gersh,
Yes.
Mrs. Griora.
Yes.
Mrs. Gray,
yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Dunman.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 7:27. Thank you all. Have a nice evening.
Okay.
The first thing I put in my pile was the bad agenda, the good agenda. Look at myself. Steph Toucher.
I thought that there was.
All right, so.
Have a good night.
You too. You okay?
I don't
Yeah.
want
Help one?
Right,
Yeah.
I think. I hear you. All right. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
That's not what was in the minutes.
Bill, are you going to do your agenda for seniors and then we'll, second seniors, and then I'll, whatever time it ends, do mine for committee of the whole, or do you like the format that we're using?
That you wanna do? The city as a whole?
Yeah.
That's what it is, your focus on.
I'd say committee of the whole. It just makes,
I'm fine.
okay, so who's doing the agenda?
You want me to vote?
I don't care.
I'll go vote, send it to you.
Okay, okay.
And then just, we just wanna keep in mind, dig too deep into any particular thing or anything.
We can phone, we can phone her in, she just can't vote, is my understanding.
I just wanna
Okay,
Well, you know.
all right,
That was all.
that is all. All right, so you're gonna send it and then I'll post.
Unfortunately, because.
We'll work out those two. Who's gonna
And
vote?
we'll let you know when the special meeting.
Boom.
Hillary needs an inspector.
However.
Can't we can do it the same day, couldn't we?
We're gonna do it right before your meetings.
Okay,
How are your needs?
what's the earliest you can be? Well, Doreen's not gonna be here. What's the earliest you can be here?
Oh, please, I'm afraid my. Is it?
So if it's only one agenda item, we could do 5 to 5:15 for the special and then
Right.
5:15 to whenever for the committee of the whole. Will that work?
I know.
I mean,
I mean, Hillary's probably gonna know on Thursday whether she
Oh,
meets
geez.
when she meets for candidates. So.
we can write it in anyway.
She just doesn't-
Cancel it, okay?
We won't post it until the 29th.
Well.
We'll just let you guys know.
I have issues with that. I have issues.
Well, we
with
can't
done.
post
I-
because we might come up with something else. that we use. You can, I only post one, because otherwise what happens is what happens. And
Did you see the pictures?
flips, it's different versions of the agenda.
So, look at your,
Listen, I.
Yes, dear.
First thing I did
say anything about,
is
I texted you.
scratch out the bad agenda, and I write amended, and then it goes up here and, get rid of the file.
Well, because,
So we
you
get
know,
rid of
you
it.
can see Trevor and I very quickly
I
put
saw
an
those
old version of an agenda and some people just don't.
I don't get that stuff, whatever you guys
Wait,
said.
it's doing it, it's doing it.
That's all I get.
Yep.
Well, let me show you then.
Handle that, Michelle,
Sorry?
or techie here.
Oh, yeah, like I can fix it. He's not getting my pictures.
No, he didn't get mine.
It's not mine, how's that?
It might be Chuck's.
Whatever.
This is the stock image, but it's not mine.
What is it?
It's
Oh, well.
a full face porn and business. So Mike is working in the backyard on my, I have a stacking rain barrel system. They got some either chops and up on top of it is this nest. So he's farting around, he gets started here and here. I'm not home. I'm running around for the senior day. In the house.
All right.
Yeah, so have a good night, and I swear to
You're
God,
not
this
busy
is
Thursday,
Thursday,
come to my BZA.
this is what I saw.
Come back so he doesn't have to murder Jack Johnson.
This is my husband, just like
Voting
a cracky, like a heroin. I said, Mike, what's going
What,
on? Oh, I think I got stung. So I looked
We
at
still
Simon
need
and
this
it's
one
two
for
giant
some
puncture.
garage.
Not giant, but big enough that I can see. So I said, what happened? He goes,
It's
I think
for-
I said, well, you've been stung.
Carport
I said,
entry,
what the hell? He goes,
He's
"No,
gonna
this is different. So I said,
Right.
let's go to.
So Hillary's joking.
No, I don't want to look at him, but-
That guy doesn't want.
And the whole time I'm talking to him, he's like,
Old garage.
so I said, we're going to the squad. I said, you don't want to go to the hospital. I'm not gonna argue with you, but let's just go get checked out. By that time, his tongue.
Which
just starts
is why Christine initially.
Wow.
Something like.
When they came over,
Right.
no,
I drove him to the squad.
Oh, you're not allowed to be on
Yeah,
the
they were,
group.
but that's Jerry fell. Jerry Colgan came up. This is.
And at the
he started
time,
With like a
didn't care,
jack
just
that
wanted
literally
building
probably
code.
will hit the wall of this hornet
And
spray.
TV.
And that is. a
Yes,
bunch
no,
of
I get it.
just
Wow.
died.
But I mean.
So
we-
did he, was he moving more?
So
quickly?
they kept him, they gave him.
No,
some
'cause he
slides,
was back.
They started,
And he
and I
got
think
sick.
he's starting to knock level 3.
He's getting back to it.
Benadryl.
You want to
in it,
go with Colin?
Absolutely no. They lifted up his shirt, his back looked like there were 100
I mean,
mosquitoes.
with the weather the way it is.
That he was getting high. By the time he got to the hospital, his tongue was so
Unless,
swollen.
you know,
And, epinephrine. Oh, no, they gave it in the IV, epinephrine.
Handcuffs for
So
us.
he was in bad shape,
Wow.
Rush into it.
real bad.
Wow.
So.
I didn't want to ruin everybody's party. All right,
Oh,
what are you doing with your knees?
How long I'm gonna show up, showing on,
this room might just not be in there.
Thanks, Jim.
Better use it.
Did you send me that link? James, did you send me the link? Okay, can you hand me the
I should probably stop that, huh?
can you hand me the microphone, please? Yes, please. Okay. Oh, God, Kathleen, this goes to Kathleen. Okay. Oh, it is on. I don't know how to shut it off.
He thinks me without me?
Oh, shit, I don't know, but I'll get you out, maybe. Let me go start the car so it's a little bit warm.
Oh, I didn't even tell him. Hey, we need you.
Oh, you know, Doreen, let me grab your bags.
Oh. We'll just have. First and. She was thinking to shut up. Or lock the door. That's just. Close to that. Use my phone and ask Chief to come back.
Why don't you call her, Doreen?
You have my phone though.
Bill, do you need, I don't know what to do, but I would help you if I could. Good? Okay. I will help. Oh. Doreen, do you have one of your cushions?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the other.
Oh, please, yeah. Thank you.
Yep.